What's up, guys? So setting up for the Larsen press is really pretty simple. You're just going to want to set up in your traditional bench press setup. If you're a very hard or high archer, maybe go 75% of your arch, but still get good and tight. You want it to mimic your bench press pretty closely with maybe a little bit of additional range of motion. Now, the really important part right here is going to be the transition from unracking. You want to unrack in your bench press position with feet on the ground. Take a big breath. Unrack, exhale, take another big breath, and then pick your feet up while you're still tight. And then there's basically the three ways to do the Larsen press. You can do it touch and go, you can do it with your competition pause, and then you can do it with a 3-second pause to negate the effects of the stretch reflex. Are basically your three ways to go there as far as that's. So yeah, you can also, that's not the only three ways to Larsen press. Like obviously you can close grip, wide grip, you know, throw in like a Spoto press, etc., etc. But just for the purposes of setting up for just a regular Larsen press in regards to a traditional bench press, you know, those touch and go, pause, and you know, a long pause, basically all the same with the same setup. Like I mentioned in the video, the transition is the most important part. It's the only part where I've ever felt in danger of falling off the bench. And now in the video, I only used 4 plates just for demonstration purposes. I used a lightweight, something easy I could demonstrate with. But don't be afraid to go heavy with them. You're gonna want to unrack with your feet on the ground. That's the one part where I've ever felt sketchy with going heavy on Larsen presses. And it's what made me start unracking with my feet on the ground, was attempting an unrack with my feet already up. And that's a wildly unstable feeling when you transition from it being supported to going unsupported and bringing it out over you. So definitely unrack with your feet on the ground. And bring the bar to where you would start from, and then bring your feet up. And from that point on, I've never felt in danger of falling off the bench. I do most of my training alone these days, unfortunately. So I rarely have a spotter. But it's not something, again, I've ever felt in danger of falling off the bench after I've got to that position. If you are an intermediate or beyond, you know how to set up for a bench press, you know how to get tight, you really shouldn't have much of an issue as far as being stable goes. It's just, I guess there's a very slim chance of falling off, just by statistical nature of it being a possibility. I've never felt like I've come close to that ever. So don't let that scare you away from attempting Larsen presses. Again, if you're an intermediate or beyond. If you're a beginner, you just need to practice bench pressing, and not worry about getting too deep into variations. So just wanted to put that out there. That seems to me that this is the most efficient way to set up for a Larsen press, the safest way to set up for a Larsen press. And I don't find Larsen presses to be dangerous at all. Or, you know, any more added risk than you already have holding 400 or 500 pounds, you know, over your chest, when you're doing a normal bench press. So, just want to throw that out there. I've got requests for this dating back months, and I've been too lazy to make this simple video and upload it, but that is it, guys. Just unrack with your feet on the ground, and then bring your feet up. And it's easy peasy from there. I love Larsen presses. It's pretty much exclusively my off-season bench press movement, mainly for the fact that it saves fatigue on my lower back for the other movements. So if you've been looking to, you know, switch up your benching, you've got your training's got stale, stagnated, etc. You know, give a 4 to 6 week go at Larsen presses. See what you think about it. Maybe you'll like it. Yeah, before this video turns into something it's not. This is just how to set up for Larsen presses. That's the only reason I made this video. How to set up for Larsen presses. There it is. from the guy who is almost internet famous for having the heaviest drug-free Larsen presses on the internet. I think I can claim that.